being in shape, but still being unable to attract women, still having anxiety, still having fear every single time you see a woman and stopping yourself from approaching her has got to be one of the worst feelings that you can have. On this channel, if you're new here, like a lot of things I speak about is how getting in great shape is going to change your dating life, right? I always speak about the benefits of how women treat you when you're in shape, but there's also the other side of things where you could be in great shape. And I know a lot of guys like this. They're in great shape. They're dominating the gym, right? Physique is on point. 11% body fat, 10% body fat, sub 10% body fat. Shoulders are capped out. They look great physically, but internally, they can't get over actually approaching that girl that they see. They see that woman, she's their type. She's walking by, and they give themselves every excuse in the book as to why they can't approach. Oh, she has her headphones in. Oh, she's listening to music. Oh, she's on a phone call. Oh, she's with a friend. Oh, she looks stuck up. Oh, she looks like she's not into guys like me. Oh, I'm not wearing a good outfit. All of these things that you're telling yourself are just masks. And that's what you got to understand about it, right? Because the sooner that you can recognize that these are just masks for your insecurities, for your fear of approaching this girl and possibly getting rejected, the sooner that you can actually get better at this thing. And that's all it really is. Because I see this often with a lot of guys who they get in great shape, but they don't build a man who's in shape. And you might be wondering, what the fuck does that even mean? What does it mean, oh, you haven't built a man who's in shape? I'm in shape already. Well, there's two different types of people who are in shape, right? There's the guy who just gets in shape just to look good, just to look pretty, right? And for that guy, the physique will never be enough. Because for that guy, every time he looks in the mirror, he looks at himself with a shirt off, he's pointing out different flaws. Oh, my shoulders need to be more round. Oh, my chest needs to be a little more 3D. Oh, my lats, they're not wide enough. Oh, I need to get a little bit more lean. I need to get a little bit more tan. Oh, I need to change my sodium intake. All of these things that you're telling yourself, and it's never enough for you, right? This is typical with the guys who are competing in bodybuilding, things like that, right? A lot of these guys are insecure, right? That's why they got into bodybuilding. Whether you like it or not, it's a form of insecurity because you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, right? And yes, it is a competition. Yes, you have to stand out. You have to be better than the other guys. But unless you really are competing, right, in a show and you want to be a professional bodybuilder, there's no reason as to why you should constantly be pointing out the flaws in your body, right? And then there's the other type of guy, the guy who gets in shape simply because he refuses to be out of shape. He has such a high standard for himself that he needs to be in great shape. That's just the type of man he is. He needs to have good habits, right? And so he didn't just get in great shape. He also cleaned up his diet, right? He doesn't even take protein shakes. He doesn't even take creatine because he knows those things are actually bad for him, right? They make you inflamed. They cause you to bloat. They cause you to break out. They mess up your digestive tract, right? He didn't just get in shape. No, he quit his vices also. He changed his sleep schedule also, right? He changed the way he dresses also. He doesn't breathe the gym 24/7. No, he goes in the gym. He does what he has to do. He gets out, and then he works on other aspects of his life because he's trying to work on himself as a man. That's why he got in the gym. And that type of guy, I'm gonna let this shit fly by. But that's the type of man that is going to be confident when he sees that girl that he wants to approach. That's the type of man that's going fucking helicopters, man. That's how you know. It wouldn't be a Get Fit with Max video if there's not a fucking helicopter over my head. But that's the type of man that is secure within his masculine frame, that's secure within his masculine energy. And he's going to be able to project that when speaking to a woman. He's going to be able to give her that masculine to feminine dynamic, right? I know so many fucking guys. They go to the gym. They're in the gym longer than me. A lot of times they look worse than me, right? They don't train as hard as me, right? They go home and they still eat bullshit, right? All it is just the gym for them. And, but their physique is still better than the average guy, right? Maybe they have like a V taper, maybe they have like a little bit of abs and things like that. Maybe they got like a little bicep vein, but their dating life is non existent. Their online presence doesn't exist. They see that girl in person, they don't approach her. They don't approach her. Everyone says getting in shape is supposed to make you confident, but what they don't tell you is about the man that you become in the process of getting in shape that actually makes you confident. Because if you're out of shape right now watching this video, and you wake up tomorrow with a six-pack, with shoulders, like capped out shoulders, you're not just gonna magically have confidence. Yeah, maybe a little bit. You're gonna feel a little better about yourself, but you still have the habits, you still have the mindset of a man who's out of shape. And that's what it is. Because you didn't actually rewire your habits. You didn't put in any work into getting in shape. You just woke up with that physique, right? And so nothing has actually changed internally for you to have that confidence to approach that girl. And obviously, everyone knows you can't just wake up with a nice physique, right? Unless you get some sort of surgery or something like that, which, let's be real, most people don't do that. Most people who are in great shape, yes, they're in the gym for years. Yes, they follow some sort of diet, right? But if that's all you're doing, if you're not working on other habits in your life that you must master, if you still have like bad habits, like smoking, like drinking, like watching porn, especially watching porn because your testosterone is so fucking high from the gym, you come home, it's a leg day, your testosterone's through the fucking roof. And so you didn't build up the skill of approaching women. You haven't done the reps. No, you have no nice photos on your dating apps or your Instagram, and so you can't get dates online either. And so you have to resort to your right hand. That's the reality of the majority of guys. That's the reality of the majority of guys. They're in the gym. They have testosterone, but they use all that testosterone on lust, on their bad habits, on chasing girls instead of just attracting them like a real man would. And so how do you actually get over this? Well, there's a few things that you can do. Because at one point in my life, when I was in the gym, not when I was in the shape that I'm in right now, but when I was in the gym getting in better shape, I had to fix this because I realized that I was getting in better shape, but I was still fucking insecure. Like I still couldn't speak to the girl, and I was trying my best to figure out why. And after doing some self-work, you call it shadow work. I don't really know what the fuck shadow work means, but I guess you could call it shadow work. After doing some shadow work, I don't know. I just find that term funny, man. But after just reflecting within, I realized that, yeah, I'm getting in better shape. Yeah, I'm staying consistent with this, but I still eat the junk food. Or I still beat off. I still watch porn. Oh, I still smoke weed. I still drink alcohol. I still hit the clubs. Right? I still don't take care of my presentation. I'm still dressing poorly. Right? I'm still not grooming myself properly. I still don't have a routine in my life that can actually like serve other areas of my life outside of the gym. Because you can't just be disciplined in the gym. You need to be a fucking disciplined person all around. And that's what truly makes you confident. Many people can go to the gym, yeah, hit a 2-hour workout, get some dopamine rushing, get some endorphins rushing, right? Put on their favorite music, stimulate themselves with a bunch of pre-workout, a bunch of bullshit supplements. A lot of people can do that. That's easy. That's easy, guys. Going to the gym is easy, guys. Especially if this is something you've been doing for years. But changing who you are as a man entirely, killing your bad habits, introducing positive habits, introducing routines into your life, like I've done, like I've realized I have to do. I killed my bad habits, guys. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I stopped going out to clubs. I stopped watching porn. All of these things that I was doing, I had to kill it off because I realized that in order for me to truly become the version of myself that's not only in great shape, not only handsome, but can approach any woman I find attractive, that has a great online presence, that can attract any woman I want, that walks into every room with confidence, that can shake people's hand, that look them in the eyes firmly. In order for me to become that version of myself, I need to change my identity as in its entirety, right? I can't just change one part of my identity like the gym, right? Or like the diet. No, I need to change who I am in general. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with changing who you are if it's going to better who you are, if it's going to better your results, if now you're going to have the ability to, oh, that girl, yeah, she looks good. Okay, it doesn't like your mind doesn't even process the fact that she's with a friend or that she's walking fast or that she has headphones in. No, you're just on go mode. 3 seconds and you're going there, right? 3 seconds and you're in there. That's the best feeling. But that'll only happen by mastering your habits as a man, right? By actually getting over that initial fear, because I still have fear around approaching women sometimes, guys. I've done over 50 approaches this past week. Some of them were solo. Some of them I was with 2 of my friends who are both jacked, okay? And then some of them were like 2-mans, right? And in my life, I don't even know how many fucking approaches I've done, but I've done a lot of approaches, guys, and I still get nervous sometimes. I still catch myself having these like little false beliefs like, oh, she looks busy. Oh, she's walking fast. Oh, she looks stuck up. Like, I still have these limiting beliefs. The only difference is I still go after it because I don't care if I get rejected, because I don't take her rejecting me personal. In fact, when a woman does reject me, because this does happen, right? All 50 approaches that I've done this past week weren't all just green lights, right? I got rejected. I got rejected, guys. And my friends who I was with who are in great shape, who are good looking, who are well presented, they got rejected too. But the difference is when I get rejected, I have the mindset of, oh, she probably is into me. She has a boyfriend and like, she's not trying to cheat on him, or she's probably just having a bad day, or like she probably didn't really fully understand what I was trying to get at, or like, oh, she probably just wanted to boost her own ego. And listen, sometimes you could call it delusional. I'd rather be delusional in my self-belief rather than be delusional and think that, oh, I can't approach her because of this. I can't approach her because of that. Because either way, you're going to be delusional, right? I've approached the 50 approaches that I've done this week, that me and my boys have done. A lot of the girls were in groups, okay? A lot of the girls looked stuck up, to be honest. They had like sunglasses on, they had headphones in, they weren't looking at anybody, wasn't even giving choosing signals, a lot of them. And we still went after them, and a lot of those approaches actually did go well, regardless of the fact that they weren't giving choosing signals, regardless of the fact that they may have been with a friend who was trying to like take them away, you know? And so if you tell yourself that, oh, she's gonna reject me, or she's not gonna be into it because of XYZ, that's still delusional. Which delusion is gonna serve you more? Being delusional and thinking that, oh, she's gonna reject me because of all of these things that are going on, or being delusional and thinking that, oh, yeah, like she said no, but she didn't really reject me. Nah, she likes me. She's into me. You know, it's funny, like when I was doing the approaches with my boys, there were a few approaches where like I got brutally rejected. Like she didn't even acknowledge my presence, or she was just like, oh, I don't want to talk. There were a few approaches like that. And so they lasted like 5 seconds, right? 5-second approaches. And then I would go back to my boys with a smile on my face, and I would be like, she wanted me. Yeah, she wanted me. She was just, I told her I'm busy, you know? It was so funny, but that's the type of mindset you gotta have. That's the type of mindset you gotta have that only comes from showing up for yourself every single day as a man, keeping the promises you make to yourself as a man, living in full alignment with that best version of you, and not falling victim to this victim mindset, because that's really what it is, right? That's exactly what I help my clients with. A lot of them just need like a mindset reframe, right? They come into the program, they want to improve their presentation because they recognize the importance of having a good online presentation, taking nice photos, having a nice Instagram, having good dating app profiles. And that's everything that I help them with inside of the program. But a lot of the thing is that they need to first overcome the fact that the reason why they're not successful with women is not necessarily because of the photos. It's because they still haven't built the product fully. They made money. They've even gotten in great shape, but they haven't fixed those limiting beliefs that they still have that are caused by their ego. And that's what I hope them overcome. I hope men build a product of themselves, which is who they are as a man, get in great shape, and then I help them take that man that they've became and leverage it online, on social media, on dating apps, on Instagram, and in person, so that they're the type of guy who's in great shape, has good habits, has full confidence within themselves, and they can attract any woman they want. They wake up to new matches, right? They can cold DM a girl if they want to. She's going to respond. They're going to go out on a date. They have women swiping up on their stories. They have women commenting on their photos. And they still have the balls in person to go up to a woman they find attractive and approach. That's what I've done for myself. That's what I do for all my clients. That's everything that I preach inside of my program called Elite Domination. The reason why I call it Elite Domination is because I believe that as a man, you must dominate every single aspect of your life, every single pillar of your life, of yourself as a man. That's your habits. That's your nutrition. That's your training. That's your presentation. All of these things, your health, your presentation, your habits. You get those locked down and the world is yours. And if this is something that interests you, you can just send me any questions that you may have about this, anything that I spoke about in the video, or if you have questions about the program, send all your questions to my Instagram. The link will be in the description below. I answer all of my DMs, guys. I do get a lot of DMs, but I promise I will get back to you as long as you don't ask me anything like really stupid, right? But if you're ready to take this to the next level, if you watch some of my other content and you're like ready, you want to take control of your dating life, you want to take control of your physique and just your life in general as a man, and you want to stop being afraid of approaching women despite having a great physique, despite making a lot of money, despite having built something for yourself as a man, you recognize that this is the one aspect of your life that you still haven't dominated. If you want my personal help with this, guiding you every step of the way, giving you the exact systems, holding your hand, literally walking you through the entire process and being coached by me personally, if that's something that interests you, there's going to be another link in the description and pinned in the comments below where you can book a call with me. On the call, I'm just going to get to know your situation in detail, right? And if it makes sense, if I truly believe that I can help you and you're a good fit for the program, I'm going to break down how the program works and we're going to get you started. All right. But very important video today. I'm glad I made it because I wish I had this video when I was younger, when I was in the gym, but I couldn't figure out why I wasn't attracting the type of girls I want, why I still had anxiety when I saw that beautiful girl walking by. So I hope you guys found some value from it. I'll see you boys real soon. Make sure to like, subscribe if you did, and stay dangerous.